Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how an 18-year-old can buy ammunition for their Polymer 80. Okay, so I did a prior video where I had consulted an attorney, and it is legal for an 18-year-old to build a Polymer 80. They cannot buy it through an FFL, but it is legal for them to be gifted it by their parents. Okay, and they can also build it themselves, right? Because when they're buying the parts, this is not a gun, okay? Possession, an 18-year-old can legally possess it, so they cannot buy it. They can possess it, so that leaves basically two options. They can be giving it as a gift, or they can build it, right? So an 18-year-old can build a Polymer 80. The question is, how do you get ammunition for this, right? Because the way the law is, an FFL cannot sell ammunition, cannot sell pistol ammunition, right? Specifically, pistol ammunition to anybody under 21 years old. They can sell rifle ammunition, okay? I consulted an attorney on this. I'm actually going to copy and paste their response below in the description and the comment section, okay? So it is legal for an 18-year-old to buy a 9mm rifle through an FFL, okay? So this is a 9mm rifle, okay? Glock magazines, right? Takes Glock magazines. This is a 9mm AR style rifle, okay? So what you do is you buy one of these rifles that takes 9mm, okay? It's legal for you to buy that rifle. It's legal for you to possess that rifle, okay? And then that same ammunition is going to go into your Polymer 80, okay? Because it's legal for you to possess the Polymer 80. It's legal for you to possess the ammunition, okay? The only problem that you have is that that an FFL cannot sell you that pistol ammunition, but he can sell you rifle ammunition, okay? So now the gun store itself can have a policy. They can still say, hey, we don't care, okay? Our policy is we don't sell ammunition to anybody under 21. They can say we don't sell ammunition to anybody under 30. They can make up whatever store policy they want. But now that's up to them. They have it's legally possible for them to do it. So what I would do is I would if I want to buy ammunition for my Polymer 80, and I'm let's say I'm 18 years old, right? 18, 19, 20 years old. What I would do is I would call around to the local gun shops, right, that sell ammunition, and I would say, hey, listen, I have a 9mm rifle. It is legal for you to sell me ammunition for my 9mm rifle. Can I come down and buy it? Now, they might tell you no. Even though you're 18, if you're under 21, store policy is we will not. Or they might say, hey, we would like you to come down to the store, with your ID, and bring your rifle, in a bag, right? They're probably not going to want you walking into the gun store with the rifle over your back, or maybe it's just a regular hardware store or something that sells ammunition. They're probably going to tell you to put the gun in the bag and bring it down to them so that they can see that you have a 9mm rifle, which is legal for you to possess at 18. And at that point, they will legally sell you the 9mm ammunition for your rifle, okay? So once you get the ammunition for your rifle, okay, you can now use this same ammunition in your Polymer 80, which you legally built as an 18-year-old and legally possess as an 18-year-old, okay? Where did I get this information from? Okay, so I got this prepaid legal service called U.S. Law Shield, okay? And I don't remember the details of about how much this costs. I think it's something like $30 or $40 up front, and then you pay something like $10 a month, right? And there's a promo code there. I don't remember what the promotion is that you get, but you get some type of a benefit with that promo code. And the website's there. I mean, if you go to the website, you'll see the details, how much this will cost you. You got a phone number there where you can ask them questions, and then the promo code is Pocono Shooting. Okay. So the benefit of this legal service, right, is if I actually ever get into a self-defense type of situation, I have a lawyer on call, right? So basically I have them on my phone, call them up right away. Hey, I just had this problem, and they will basically when the police arrive, you put them on the phone with the police, and they will tell the police to stop asking you questions. Okay, so you got a lawyer right there. Okay, now the other thing is, like, if you're traveling, and you need to, let's say if you're traveling with your guns, they will actually give you an itinerary. They'll tell you which states you can take your guns to, which states maybe you can't take certain guns as you're passing through, or they'll give you, if you want to carry, if you have a carry permit, they'll say, hey, you can carry your gun in that state, but you can't carry in these states, so you have to unload the gun, put it in the trunk, or they might say, hey, instead of taking this route, take this other route, and they'll give you this printout. They'll give it to you in writing, so that if you ever do have a problem, you can give this lawyer letter basically to the lawyer, to the police officer, and say, hey, I have a lawyer here that says I can do this and I can travel through here. Now, obviously, you don't volunteer information if you're ever pulled over, but you might, let's say you get into a self-defense type of situation, right? You want to have that ready. That'll probably save you, a good deal of headache. Okay. Now, the other benefit, and this is the way that I have utilized them. Okay. The way I utilize them is anytime I have a gun-related question, like, can an 18-year-old buy a rifle? Can an 18-year-old build a Polymer80? Can an 18-year-old buy ammunition? Okay, I didn't know the answer to that, right? Basically, I called them up. I asked them the question. The lawyer, they actually put me on the phone with the lawyer. He answered my question, and then I told him, can you please give it to me in writing? And he did that. He sent me an email with this information in writing, which I'm going to copy and paste below in the description and in the comment section. Okay, so it's pretty cheap. So I definitely recommend you have a prepaid lawyer on hand. But that's besides the point. Going back to the details here, the way this worked out, like I said, I did not know last week if it was legal for an 18-year-old to build a Polymer80. I asked around a couple of gun groups, and most of the people were saying no, they can't. Okay, other people say no, they can't even buy the ammunition. That's what I was hearing. Then I did some searching on my own, and what I saw is that they can't purchase it, but they can possess it. Okay, that's how I saw the information when I was basically doing an internet search. So then I said, wait a second, it seems like if they can purchase it, I'm sorry, if they can't purchase it, but they can possess it, then it seems like they can build it. Okay, so I called up the lawyer and I asked them specifically that, and they said that they can build it. An 18, 19-year, 20-year-old can build a Polymer80. Okay, they can't just, the only thing they can't do is they can't purchase it through an FFL, and there's really no other way to buy it, right? Because in my state, you can't have a private sale of a handgun. So the only way that they could get it is from their parents, right? Because you can have the parents can transfer a handgun to the children, and the children can also transfer it up to the parents. There can be no transfer between the siblings directly, but you can have one sibling. Let's say you have two siblings here. This sibling can transfer it up to the parents, and then the parents can transfer it down to that sibling. So that, because now that's 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 going back and forth between children and parents. It's not going directly from between children. So that's how they can. That's one way that they can obtain the handgun, right? They can get it from their parents, but they might be in a situation where their parents are either in another state or they just might not be alive anymore, right? They might be deceased. So why is this 18-year-old, right, who is a legal adult, right? They can be drafted into the military. They can be tried as an adult. Okay, why is it that they cannot purchase a handgun? It seems completely wrong to me, and that's why I'm doing this video, right? I'm trying to I'm trying to correct that wrong, right? I'm trying to show the way that an 18-year-old can get a handgun legally, right? They can build it. They can build the Polymer80 at least up through June of 2022, because this June the ATF said they're going to finalize their frame and receivers rules, right? So as of right now, the only part of this gun that's considered a firearm is the frame. And when you buy it in 80% form, it's not a firearm. So you can buy all these parts here, and it's not considered a firearm until you complete the frame yourself. And at that point, it becomes a firearm. But it's legal for the 18-year-old to build and possess. Okay, so that's a really good way for an 18-year-old to get the to get a handgun. And then the question that we're addressing in this video is, how do they get the ammunition for their handgun, right? Because most gun stores, in fact, not most gun stores. First of all, most gun stores are not going to sell the ammunition to anybody under 21, just because that's their store policy, right? Basically, age discrimination, right? Again, the old people in the gun store expect the 18-year-old to go and do military service to protect them, but they won't sell them the ammunition. Now, in some cases, you're going to find some good guys, right? That are like, hey, I would like to sell it to you, but I'm legally prohibited from selling it to you. Okay. In that case, you say, hey, not a problem. I own a 9mm rifle. It is legal. It's legal for me to own this 9mm rifle over here. It's legal for you to sell me the ammunition for this 9mm rifle, right? That's a Glock magazine right there, okay? Okay. Once you get the ammunition from them, now you can also shoot it in your handgun, because it's legal for you to possess and shoot the handgun. Okay, so that's how you go about getting your Polymer80 ammunition if you're 18, 19, 20 years old. Okay, so I hope this video was useful for you guys. Again, I'm going to put below in the description, in the comment section, I'm going to copy and paste the information that I got from the attorney. And one more time. This was an attorney that was working for U.S. Law Shield. Okay, and if you're 18 years old, I mean, not just 18 years old, but everybody should have a prepaid lawyer. But especially if you're 18-year-old and you are going to have any of these guns, you should definitely have a prepaid lawyer. Because let's say you get into a situation where you do use this Polymer80 for self-defense in your home, right? Because you can't carry the gun, right? You won't be able to carry the gun, but you can have it in your home for self-defense. So what happens? Somebody's breaking into your house, they're trying to kill you. You use this gun here to defend yourself. Police come to the house, and they're like, okay, yeah, obvious evidence of a break-in. It looks like, this person's not supposed to be here. But of course, you're not going to sit there and give any details, right? You're going to have the lawyer on the phone. Say, here, talk to my lawyer. Now, the cops are going to ask you for ID, right? You're going to have to give them some ID that you prove that you live there. They're going to say, wait, you're 18 years old. This is a pistol over here. You're not allowed to own a pistol. At that point, you basically tell them, hey, talk to the lawyer. Mention the fact that I'm 18 years old and I have a pistol that I have built. Talk to the lawyer. Lawyer's going to tell the police it is legal for you to build and possess this Polymer80. Legal for you to possess the ammunition. Okay, and at that point you're all set. So, well, at least at that point you've got good representation. They can't entrap you. They can't trick you into saying something that's not true, right? Like they did with Flynn, right? They entrapped him. Because here's the thing: it is 100% legal for police to lie to you, right? The Supreme Court has upheld has upheld that procedure for police. They have said that it is legal for police to use deceptive interrogation techniques. All right, so the police can sit there and tell you, no, it's not legal for you to have this pistol, right? They can lie to you. Maybe they know, maybe they are aware that it is legal for you to have it, but maybe they're just pressing to see what you're gonna say. Okay, so you don't say anything. You have the lawyer do the talking for you. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you're not a member of the channel, subscribe. Hit that bell button so you get notification of new videos I put up. Talk to you all soon.